evenly here in the second. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this game. He's been everywhere.
Love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get there.
New Orleans taking the W here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And
let's go.
Get this win.
Oh, we winning this one tonight. I can feel it.
Thanks, everyone, for joining 2K Sports for this Wednesday evening presentation of the NBA. And tonight, we've got the Sacramento Kings playing against the New Orleans Pelicans here at their home, Smoothie King Center. Alongside Porter, I'm Brian Anderson. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, Grant, and we all want to know, what's the first piece of food you're reaching for at the Thanksgiving table?
Oh, man, you're so nosy, B.A. But, of course, the easy answer is to say the turkey. But for me, it's the stuffing. I'm going for that. I mean, I have to have the mashed potatoes, too, the cranberry sauce, the macaroni and cheese. You know what? Everything.
Very nice. Now the starting group for the Sacramento Kings. Mitchell and Monk, they're the backcourt. Trey Lyles is out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Herter in at the small forward position. Lyles a screen. Here's the three. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Now here's Valanciunas. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. And it's Mr. Fundamentals missing. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Well, Grant, for Sacramento, 2023 was a year to celebrate their first playoff appearance in 16 years.
And they did it with a high-octane attack. Their offensive rating that season was historic, and it was just what the Kings needed to return to contention. He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Mitchell finds Sabonis. Almost 2 minutes into the first here. Here's Monk. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Very clever how he creates space against a bigger defender.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
The Kings have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside Mitchell. And he lobs it up to the rim. Sabonis can't hit. For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's off from three-point range. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Monk passes to Mitchell. Sabonis with it. Back to Mitchell. Pocket. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Mr. Fundamentals shot is good. Mr. Fundamentals has got 11 points.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Outside Herter. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Jacks up a 3.
Kevin Herter, a terrific catch-and-shoot player, both from a stationary position and coming off screens.
Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Here's Valanciunas. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Valanciunas getting rewarded there for putting down a solid screen on the pick and roll.
1:24 left in the first quarter. Here's Lyles. Three-pointer, no good. New Orleans has gone 3 for 5 from deep so far in this matchup. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. Some changes for New Orleans. Nance comes in for Williamson, and it's Jones in for Daniels. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Pass to McGee. Murray with it. Here's Vizinkov. Back to Lyles. Murray up top. Puts it up. Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in the game. From deep. Drains the triple. 17 points in the game.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Now here's Monk. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Murray. They need this. Knocks down the triple.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Sometimes it's a matter of pride, answering back with a 3 of his own.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. 33 points last game. Nance outside. McCollum outside. This one for me as the first quarter comes to a close. The Pelicans on top. They lead by 8. And we'll be back shortly for the Kings 11. Deciding to change it up. All right, Smitty, as a basketball fan, who are your favorite players to watch?
Well, it's a long list, B.A. I love Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and that crew. LeBron James, of course, and some of the younger guys, Anthony Edwards, and obviously the Joker, Nikola Jokic, and also Giannis, and the list goes on and on.
Taking a look at the Kings, Murray and Sabonis are the bigs. Davion Mitchell is out there with Kevin Herter, and it's Vizinkov in at the 3. Pass to Sabonis. Shoots over Nance. Misses off the left iron. New Orleans in the lead. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson. Mr. Fundamentals has got 23. Sabonis outside. Pass to Herter. The 11-footer. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Mr. Fundamental shot is good.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Sabonis finds Murray. Outside Mitchell. Back to Murray, looking to win the run. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. For New Orleans, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Well, Smitty, Zion has shown he's a superstar in his short time, but it's all about staying on the floor for him.
So many missed games earlier in his career, BA. We know Zion is a game-changing force when he's good to go. The league is better off when he's healthy.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Zion Williamson is a one-man wrecking crew inside. His coach, Willie Green, said, quote, "It's incredible. His touch when he gets down to the lane with 2-3 guys hanging on him, and he's still somehow able to find the glass. And he does a great job of finding his teammates as well." And, Brian, let's not forget about those dunks either.
Oh, definitely not. That's the show. Thanks, Allie. Jonas Valanciunas has checked in for the Pelicans. McCollum comes in for Jones. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And the Pelicans miss again. Sacramento has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. McCollum against Mitchell. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first half of basketball. New Orleans has gone 3 for 7 from the perimeter during the second quarter. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Monk covers. Mr. Fundamental shot is good.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin.
Here's Herter. And that one hits the back iron. And it's Pelicans ball. They're on a 13-5 run. McCollum, the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Pass to Nance. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
Off on the timing, or it may have been a miscommunication. Either way, turnover.
Williamson's checked in for the Pelicans. The Kings also with a sub. Sabonis checked in. Back to Mitchell. Inside. And he lays in the alley-oop pass.
Another thing I like about Sabonis, his shot selection. Takes quality shots that fall within the offensive game plan.
Williamson passes to Mr. Fundamentals. Launches it. Drops in the 3. Mr. Fundamentals has got 31 points.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Sabonis outside from deep three-point land. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Pelicans on top, up by 16. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's
tough stretches on the road, hostile environments, but it's an opportunity to lean on each other and get through it.
Yeah, these kind of challenges can bring a team closer together, you know, especially when you band together and you pull out a win.
Shifting focus now, to that first half we just watched. A grueling game so far for the Sacramento Kings. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Zion and Valanciunas in the middle. Tyson Daniels out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Mr. Fundamentals in at the 3 slot. That's the Pelicans 5. Pass to Herder. Sabonis with it. Here's Lyles. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Daniels.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
For 3, McCollum on target from range. McCollum's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Picked by Sabonis. Monk finds Sabonis. Over Valanciunas. Sabonis can't hit. New Orleans has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. Valanciunas with a screen on Herder. Oh, there's the alley! And stolen by Herder. The 3-ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. Herder's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Pretty much any type of jumper, Kevin Herder is proficient at it. That time with the stop and pop.
Down low. Here's Valanciunas. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 21. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Now here's Monk. The D's right on him. Pass to Lyles. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Herder defending. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And the Kings call time here.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Warriors, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, they've definitely made a statement here in the early going. Outpacing some teams that were projected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with honor.
Fluid athlete, good hops. If Herder can continue to do that, watch out.
And while we have a moment, here's a good chance to bring up the top rebounders in the NBA this season. In the 3rd spot, Domantas Sabonis.
Just so strong on the boards. That's a skill that helps your team win games.
Valanciunas with a screen on Herder. Mr. Fundamentals, the pass to Valanciunas. Misses off the right iron. The Kings have gone 2 of 5 in this 3rd quarter. Mitchell against McCollum. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Monk. 4-3. The shot is good on the assist by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 3rd assist of the night. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox are a great tandem. Sabonis said, quote, "He lets me be me." A starting point guard usually doesn't like the big man bringing up the ball, but he lets me do my thing, and I feel like we feed off of each other. He's so fast. He gets to the rim, I can get him open, and then let him do his thing, so it works both ways. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Mitchell finds
it able to get over the hump.
McCollum against Mitchell. McCollum pass to Mr. Fundamentals. first one at the line is good. Some changes for New Orleans. Zellers checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Nance in for Zion Williamson. McGee, he's checked in for the Kings. Keegan Murray comes in for Lyles. McGee passes to Herter. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
It's very interesting.
Timeout by Sacramento.
The Kings.
Taking a look at Sacramento, Mitchell and Monk, they're the backcourt. Trey Lyles is out there with Kevin Herter, and it's Sabonis in at the 5. Picked by Sabonis. There's Herter with the 3. McCollum pulls it in.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it. For Sacramento, they've gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. Monk finds Sabonis. Now Herter, picked by Sabonis. Herter with it. Pelicans cleared away. Valanciunas has got his 7th rebound here tonight. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Mr. Fundamentals, the pass to Williamson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
6 to shoot. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Sends it home from three-point land. Mr. Fundamentals has got 44.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
It's Herter on the wing. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Monk. Fires from deep. McCollum pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pelicans.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Mr. Fundamentals.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Mitchell, the pass to Lyles. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. There's the double with Herter. Back to McCollum. Shoots over Monk. McCollum's shot is off. Monk passes to Mitchell. And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed what it's capable of.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thanks for watching tonight's game. We'll see you next time.
trying to step your fashion game up or what, bro?
I mean, look, it's something I care about. I do. I just hadn't had time, bro, to, like, get all into it. But listen.
There's the man of the hour. Go get him in.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Early in the season, there are always some surprises, Greg. It goes to show you how impossible the NBA season is to actually predict.
And you never know what's going to happen, Kevin, until the game starts. Some teams look good and flop out of the gates. Other teams take giant leaps forward.
Tonight, MP is matched up against Kawhi Leonard. This is the first time they've faced off. The rookie MP is very excited, to say the least, for this one.
And no opponent is really trying to seek out a showdown with Kawhi. He's too physical and too efficient, and he affects every part of the game.
And there could be something of a feeling out process here, or maybe these teams feel confident in their preparation and are ready to just go at it.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans. Underneath, in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. Daniel
would care. It's harder to build chemistry when guys are out, but it's all about staying healthy for the postseason.
And here's Westbrook following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Here's the pass to Sullivan. Into the lane. Plumlee with some nice D.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
A pass to Mr. Fundamental. Here's Valanciunas. Here's Williamson. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Great D that time from Batum. Passes it to Leonard. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Williamson, the pass to Sullivan. Lets the three fly. Sinks the triple. Mr. Fundamental's got 9.
And from three-point range, guys, he has hit the ground running. What a first quarter.
Here's Leonard. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
The offensive rebound knocks it loose and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. His last 10 games have been exceptional, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Now Westbrook following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Pulls it from the elbow. The shot by George, no good.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And when Zion Williamson, Brent, is on the floor, he's one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, but we got to keep him on the floor. That's the way that not only Zion's going to improve, but this is the way this team has a pathway to the playoffs.
Pelicans with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Yeah, and going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Mr. Fundamental's really making a difference here.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Coming onto the court right now. Time to get excited for your Clippers.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Plumlee. Martin go. Checked in for the Clippers. New Orleans also making some changes. Zion Williamson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Mr. Fundamentals comes in for Marshall. And Daniels subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Sullivan. Drops in the tray. Mr. Fundamentals got the lead up to 13 now for the Pelicans.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Marcus Morris is out there with Martin. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Powell. And it's man in at the 1. Jones against George. Over Jones. And it's George missing.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Powell, the pass to Mann. He kicks it to Morris. Here's Mann. He's covered by Daniels. Powell, no one around him. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I love how aggressive MP has been so far. Not showing any fear in his first meeting and hunting down these shots.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
To halt the run, it's rebounded by New Orleans. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other, as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
And hopefully this one sets the tone for what we're going to see in the other 3 games against these teams. They'll both be sort of measuring each other out here in the first quarter.
And the Clippers call time here. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Morris. Batum comes in for Martin. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Powell. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Terrence Mann. New Orleans also making some changes. Valanciunas is checked in for Zion Williamson. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's good from long range.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And just taking his frustration out on the rim, he ends a huge run by New Orleans.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Valanciunas passes to Daniels. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He's covered by Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 29 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Westbrook dishes to George. Over Daniels. The shot by George, no good.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
From deep three-point land, good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Leonard on the wing, covered by Sullivan. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
Well, the wingspan of Kawhi is a bit sneaky, longer than you think. Makes him effective down low.
Shot by Mr. Fundamentals, no good. Outside Leonard. For 3, Westbrook. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Westbrook pulls it in. George way outside. Yeah, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. It would be an understatement to say it's been a great half for the New Orleans Pelicans.
I mean, my goodness. the defense is giving them any shot they want. I mean, there's absolutely no resistance.
And now, let's take... And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this game, he's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Tipping off the second half, here's Willie Green's 5. Underneath, in the post, it's Williamson and Valanciunas. McCollum is out there with Daniels. And it's Sullivan in at the 3. Last time, for the first time in over a decade, Brent three-point attempts were down compared to the previous year. Why?
Well, you wonder, Kevin, if things just redlined. I mean, how many more threes can you squeeze off? But let's give credit to the coaches. They're coming in with some different defensive philosophies and trying to do their best to take away the most advantageous three-pointers in the game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey there, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard continuing to work his way back to peak form after his ACL tear during the 2021 playoffs. He said, I missed a whole year of basketball. I don't want to take anything for granted. I'm just trying to live in the moment and bring a sense of energy for the team. I'm still young, I'm a lot stronger, and I'm back. So, I'm happy. Kevin?
Yeah, good to see, D.A. Hey, thank you. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Pelicans.
Take a look now at Kawhi Leonard's numbers. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And it's his lightning-quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also, his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. Here's Valanciunas, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And Valanciunas on the roll. Really hard to convince somebody to get in front of that.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
A two-time Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard. Brent, he's shown he can dominate at the highest of levels.
And when he dominates every facet of the game at his peak. Kawhi is one of the most impactful players this game has ever seen.
That free throw good from Leonard.
Yeah, he may not play in every game, but when it matters, Kawhi Leonard, he's about as good as it gets.
Here's Sullivan. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. Westbrook scanning the floor. Out to the wing. Plumlee finds Westbrook. Buries the long-range jumper.
Playing with stars throughout his entire career, Russell Westbrook won himself. He's learned how to operate without the ball.
Here's Sullivan. No good with the triple.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And it's Leonard missing. Pelicans leading by 19. Pass to Sullivan. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And he gets it to go.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Westbrook with the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Cullen passes to Sullivan. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers trail by 18. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 6. A minute 42 left to play here in the third. The pass to George. From outside, off the mark. And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Williamson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Williamson's got 8 points.
Inside, Zion just a monster. He could go over or through opposition.
Pass to Plumlee. Left side, Leonard. Mr. Fundamentals grabs the board. Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Morris. Los Angeles with some changes. Robert Covington checked in for Marcus Morris. Paul George comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Terrence Mann. Mr. Fundamentals checked in for New Orleans. Lewis comes in for McCollum. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. At the guard spots, we'll see Westbrook and George. Powell is out there with Martin, and it's Covington in at the center position. And it's George missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Hawkins checked in for New Orleans. Passes it to Sullivan. They get a hand on it, and so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Denver Nuggets.
And for that game against the Kings, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
George against Jones. And the Clippers miss again.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Covington's shot is off. New Orleans has gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Sullivan. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Powell. We love the fact that the NBA is constantly evolving. Greg, what have you thought of the recent schedule adjustments?
I think the league's done a great job cutting down on the back-to-backs. And also, I like these 2-game, like baseball-style series we've seen. Limiting travel helps big time.
A nice shot by Zeller.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's George. That one's off, still out of sync.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
To the paint, here's Zeller. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Zeller's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And the pass to George. 1:27 left to play in the final quarter. Fires from way outside. Nance gets the rebound. Nance has got 7 rebounds in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for New Orleans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Mr. Fundamentals.
Now, serving up feeds all night long, he was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Westbrook with it. Pass to George. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
He's pretty even-keeled, does Paul George. Never too high or too low. And even with the defense on him.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And again for 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here.
This arena, this suit, and for this team. Not really, no.